Okay, so think about this. You look at a calendar,
Yeah.
right? And you see just a single day, like any date. Seems pretty ordinary? Maybe. But what if I told you that just one day could hold this incredible tapestry of human history, packed with world-altering events, surprising acts of, well, compassion even, and these deep personal stories all unfolding across thousands of years? It really makes you think, doesn't it? How much can actually happen on one specific day? Well, today, that's exactly what we're doing. We're taking a deep dive into August 2nd.
And for this deep dive, we didn't just, stick to one version of history. We've actually compiled information from 2 different Wikipedia entries for August 2nd. There's one in English and one in Urdu.
Yeah.
And pulling from both gives us this really unique multi-perspective view of the day. It highlights events everyone knows, but also some with more specific regional importance. You get a richer picture.
Yeah, exactly. So our mission here is to pull out the most surprising, the most impactful, the really revealing bits from these sources. We want to show you how even a single date can sort of light up the grand sweep of history, maybe give you some aha moments you weren't expecting. Okay, let's unpack this. As we started digging into this, it's genuinely astonishing just how much history is crammed into this one day, August 2nd. Across millennia, it's been like a stage for these massive shifts.
It really is striking if we start way back in ancient history. August 2nd marks some truly pivotal moments. These shaped whole civilizations, established power, changed empires. Like 338 BC, the Battle of Chaeronea, that's when Philip II of Macedon basically secured his dominance over Greece and the Aegean. That victory pretty much ended centuries of independent Greek city-states. Boom. Done.
Right.
And then jump forward a bit to 216 BC. You've got Hannibal's massive victory over the Romans at Cannae. They were outnumbered. It was this huge blow to Rome, almost ended the Republic right there.
Just incredible pressure.
Yeah, and what's fascinating about nailing down these specific dates is seeing how just one day of fighting could completely reshape world power for ages.
It really is incredible to think about the immediate fallout from those days.
Yeah.
And then moving from that raw power of ancient battles, August 2nd also saw these, well, quieter but maybe just as impactful shifts. Society, nation building. Let's jump way forward. 1492. Now, most people hear 1492 and think Columbus, right?
Right, automatically.
But on August 2nd of that year, something else huge happened. The expulsion of Jews from Spain. But here's the part that really jumps out from our sources. It's this fascinating detail about the Ottoman Sultan, Bayezid II. He hears about this, and he actually sends the Ottoman Navy to bring them safely to Ottoman lands, mostly Thessaloniki and Izmir.
That really is an aha moment, isn't it? It's such a powerful reminder that history isn't always simple. You find these surprising acts of, diplomacy, humanitarianism that kind of challenge our basic views of past times and cultures.
Totally.
Makes you wonder what other stories like that are hidden away.
Exactly. And speaking of challenging common ideas, here's one that might surprise a lot of people. 1776. We all celebrate July 4th, obviously. But our sources confirm that the formal signing of the U.S. Declaration of Independence, that mostly happened on August 2nd. Little historical wrinkle for you there.
It's those kinds of details, isn't it? They reveal the deeper layers, show how these huge foundational moments can actually be spread out a bit. And carrying on into, more modern times, August 2nd pops up again as a big day for innovations for infrastructure. For instance, 1784, that saw the very first British mail coach service startup, Bristol to London.
Okay.
Then 1870, London's Tower subway opened. That was the world's first underground tube railway.
The very first.
Yeah. And it's interesting how some of these, like the San Francisco cable cars starting on this day in 1873, they still impact us. If you've ever ridden the one on the Clay Street Hill Railroad, its very first trip was August 2nd.
Huh? That's a fun one to remember next time you're there. And it wasn't just about moving people around, was it? August 2nd also quietly ushered in some really fundamental scientific discoveries.
Absolutely. Carol D. Anderson discovered the positron, that's the electron's antiparticle, on this day in 1932. And what's really telling is that this breakthrough, this piece of fundamental science, was important enough to be mentioned in both our English and our Urdu sources, shows its global weight.
Right. From big inventions in science leaps to, the very bedrock of nations. August 2nd seems to be a day for major political and legal shifts, too. Take the first U.S. Census. That happened on August 2nd, 1790. That's like foundational for any country, right? Understanding your own population. And it's noted in both sources we looked at.
Indeed. And on a totally different scale, but just as transformative, 1858, the Government of India Act. That's when company rule ended and the British Raj began. Power shifted directly to the British crown, fundamentally reshaped the subcontinent's future. Yeah, and it's fascinating how August 2nd keeps marking these moments of major political restructuring. Another example, Japan got rid of its Edo society class system. A huge piece of the Meiji Restoration reforms that whole period of rapid modernization, westernization.
And that was August 2nd.
August 2nd, 1869, yeah.
Okay, and here's one that definitely still echoes today. The Marijuana Tax Act of 1937, passed in America on this day, made marijuana and its byproducts illegal. And that act, nearly a century old now, it still underpins so many current legal societal debates, doesn't it?
It really does. That 1937 act isn't just some dusty historical fact. It's a perfect example of how legislative decisions, even from decades back, can fundamentally change society, change economies for generations. It shapes the debates we're having right now about legal reform, social equity. It's a powerful look at, well, the long, sometimes unforeseen consequences of policy.
Shifting closer to our time, our sources also highlight Pakistan being readmitted to the Commonwealth of Nations. That was 1989, after democracy was restored. A pretty significant step, reflecting changing geopolitics.
Yeah, and then just a year later, a major global event kicks off. Iraq invades Kuwait on August 2nd, 1990. That's the start of the Gulf War.
A stark reminder.
A very stark reminder of how quickly international crises can just erupt and completely alter global relations. And again, both of those events, Pakistan's readmission, the Kuwait invasion, they show up in both English and Urdu sources, widely recognized significance.
Yeah.
But, beyond these big political narratives, August 2nd has also seen these moments of just profound human drama, crisis, but also incredible resilience. In 1943, for example, there was a Jewish prisoner revolt at Treblinka, one of the deadliest Nazi death camps. Just an extraordinary act of defiance against, well, unspeakable horror.
Unbelievable courage.
Truly. And also in 1943, a name you'll know, future U.S. President Lt. John F. Kennedy. He famously saved most of his crew after his boat, PT-109, was rammed by a Japanese destroyer.
Right, the PT-109 story.
Exactly. It's remarkable, isn't it, to see such acts of individual bravery and collective resistance popping up on the same date as these larger geopolitical chess moves.
It truly is. Yeah. And, while these are hard things to talk about, there's such a vital reminder that history isn't just dates and treaties. It's the real human cost, the resilience, all woven into time. Our sources also list later tragedies, like the bomb at Bologna railway station in Italy, 1980, killed 85 people, and that awful Delta Airlines crash, Flight 191 at Dallas-Fort Worth in 85, 137 people lost. These events just underscore the fragility of life, the deep mark of loss, even on what seems like just another day on the calendar.
And sometimes the mysteries around these tragedies linger for decades. That British South American Airways crash, the Avro Lancastrian in the Andes in 1947, the wreckage wasn't found until 1998. Over 50 years later. It's a real testament to the kind of enduring questions history can leave us with.
Wow, 50 years. But amidst all these huge world-shaking events, August 2nd also marks the personal stories. Individuals entering the world, leaving the world, but leaving their mark.
Indeed. When you look at notable births on this day, it's such a diverse group. Shows the sheer breadth of human achievement. 1834, you've got Frederic Auguste Bartholdi, the French sculptor who designed
the Statue of Liberty.
Exactly. And then 1924, James Baldwin was born, the celebrated American novelist, poet, critic. Huge literary and social legacy there.
Absolutely.
We also see the iconic British-Irish actor Peter O'Toole, born in 1932, and the wonderful Chilean-American novelist Isabel Allende in 1942. What's quite interesting, looking at our Urdu source specifically, is it highlights several cricketers, Tommy Ward from South Africa, Arshad Ayub from India, Mohammad Zahid from Pakistan.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, alongside, say, American actress Victoria Jackson. It really shows how different cultures celebrate their own figures within that wider historical picture.
That's really cool. And then turning to those who passed away on August 2nd, their legacies, they still resonate, don't they? Even after they left us on this particular day. What does that legacy look like?
Well, it means the echoes of their lives, their work, their inventions, they continue shaping our world today. Maybe one of the most famous figures to pass away on August 2nd is Alexander Graham Bell, inventor of the telephone, of course, died in 1922. And his death is noted prominently in both the English and Urdu sources. Shows his global impact.
Wow.
Also, Warren G. Harding, the 29th U.S. president, died on August 2nd, 1923. Again, mentioned in both sources.
Okay.
And from the world of arts, you have the influential director Fritz Lang passing in 1976, and Sherry Lewis, the beloved American TV host and puppeteer, she died in 1998.
Oh, lamb chop.
Exactly. So these lives spanning centuries, continents, different fields, they just underscore how August 2nd marks significant endings, not just beginnings.
Yeah. And finally, let's maybe look at how August 2nd is actually celebrated or commemorated today around the world, how it's woven into the cultural fabric.
Right. So across the globe, August 2nd is observed in quite a few different ways. It's Republic Day in North Macedonia. That's mentioned in both our sources. The Council of Europe and the European Parliament observe Roma Holocaust Memorial Day on this date. That's a really crucial international remembrance, highlighting the importance of, well, never forgetting.
Very important.
It's also the day of Azerbaijani cinema and Our Lady of the Angels Day in Costa Rica, and Paratroopers Day in Russia. So each of these observances reflects a different side of shared history or cultural identity. National pride, somber remembrance, cultural celebration. It's all there.
This whole deep dive into just one day, August 2nd, from ancient battles to modern tragedies, triumphs, births, deaths, it really shows the incredible density of history packed into every single day. It's not just a blank square on the calendar, is it? It's like a living record of everything we've done.
Absolutely. And what's so fascinating about doing it this way, comparing sources from different languages like English and Urdu, is how you see both a shared global awareness around certain events, the positron discovery, the Kuwait invasion, but also these unique regional perspectives, like the specific cricketers or the ruler of Sindh, the Ghulam Shah Kolhoro, mentioned in the Urdu source. If you kind of connect that to the bigger picture, it really shows that history isn't just this straight line moving forward. It's more like a vast interconnected web. And you see it through lots of different lenses, and it's richer because of all those diverse viewpoints.
So as you go about your day-to-day, maybe just think about that. Think about how the echoes of, 1,000 August 2nds, or really any date on the calendar, how they might still be shaping the world around you right now. What hidden stories, what connections might you uncover if you took a deep dive into another seemingly ordinary day?